This video is a vlog. I don't want to call it like a full episode. Yeah, we're on the set and everything. There's going to be jump cuts and all that kind of stuff. Stay tuned later in the video. I'm going to tell you all about this new Discord server that I'm pretty excited about. It's going to make things a lot easier for everyone and hopefully make the content a little bit better. And keeps the machine moving even when I'm busy with real life. But I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind, and that's the morality of Wombo combo. So what had happened was a few weeks ago I was playing with a playgroup, and I was playing my Teysa Orzhov Scion deck. Now their decks were decently powered and could easily match my Teysa deck. So and this is totally robbed from Prof's video, and I forget who the deck builder was. Here he is, who Prof based his deck off of. So this deck is super powerful when it has its combo. I had drawn my 7 and got a Snap Keep, which is a couple of basic lands, some ramp, and a tutor. And I'm like, cool, I'm totally playing this. We get into it. My turn comes around. I top deck Darkest Hour. And so my commander, part 1 of the combo, is in the command zone. I top decked part 2, and I've got a tutor in hand. So I ask everyone, hey, how do you guys feel about some Wombo combo wins here? The general feel of the table was kind of like, I mean, you know, if you have it, you should play it, but, you know, it basically mean that we're shuffling up and playing again, which was a really polite way to say, it kind of wastes everyone's time, because when we talk power level, there's a difference between Wombo combo, which is I just top decked my thing, I've got a tutor in hand, I'm gonna go get my pieces and show you how 3 cards work together, versus powerful synergy, where a deck can stand on its own without any one card, and it's all about the 99. It's not necessarily a commander deck. It can function even as a Highlander deck if you shuffle that commander in. And that's not to say that they didn't want me to play the deck or, you know, whatever. They just weren't expecting it. So when they brought out their decks, they thought they were going to be able to build a board and then play a game of Magic. When you talk about formats like Modern or whatever, it is all about winning. But Commander is about weeknights, where you're sacrificing your night because you know you're going to have a great time with your friends. So what had happened was, over the course of a couple of turns, you know, I had said, okay, I'm just not going to tutor for the combo. And, you know, I empty my hand. All I have left is this tutor, and it's a Razaketh's Right, and I know I shouldn't be playing it. I should play some other more expensive card. Trash me in the comments. And in hindsight, I wish I had just cycled that card away and drawn another one. But I was like, oh, I don't really have any options left. I'm just going to go tutor. So I grabbed the piece, play it down. And the nice thing is that this was a secret partners game, and through a couple of fun scenarios, I had dealt damage to all of my opponent's creatures or something. Maybe I was getting cocky or for some reason. And then another player had a Blood Artist on the battlefield, and they killed another player, which caused them to win the game because it turns out that was my secret partner. Anyway, it kind of worked out in the end because that player won. What I learned through this experience and why I'm sharing it is maybe you can benefit from it too. In fact, there was a player at my LGS that I go to that had only brought one deck, and it was a Lord Windgrace deck, and it was a beast of a deck. And I didn't have anything on hand that could go against it, and another player just had a precon, and then my brother had his Omnath deck, which is the first deck he's ever built. So we're just getting trashed over and over by this guy's Lord Windgrace deck. And that's fine for one game, but it's like, I always say we play Magic to have fun, not to win. But formats like CEDH, which isn't even a format, it's just a style of play that has been coined by a community, the fun is winning. It's about managing resources. And if you're interested, go check out the Spike Feeders. They've made CEDH fun to watch. They're good friends of mine. And what's great is that you can see these high power decks clash against each other. So just be sure that no matter what, you're playing the same game as your friends. And my personal solution to this is I've always got a deck that's just the level of an upgraded precon, that I might be trying something new out or something like that. And then I've got my competitive deck when the competitive players are sitting at the table, And then I've got my focused decks, which is my bread and butter where I live, because you're going to have so much more fun if you're rolling around with tools to be on the same playing field as everyone else. You can find a home for suboptimal cards when you're going to be playing against suboptimal decks. It's fun to be the overpowered winner once, but when you keep slam dunking people, not only are you not having fun, but neither are they. And you have to consider that this is their night too. This isn't just about you. You should be able to match power level in a fun way. We're all here to play the same game together. And unfortunately, because we have this vast card pool, it's possible that we're not always playing the same game. By using inferior tools, you can become a better pilot. Begin with the end in mind. It's one of my favorite quotes. And our end is to have fun playing cards with friends. Now, I'm open to people disagreeing with me on this. It's a really weird topic because the rules as written say, who cares? Play the best deck that you want to play and stuff like that. But even in boxing, there are weight classes. You can't just take the biggest dude, put him in the ring with the small dude, and expect the better boxer to come out. They're working with different tools. If you think that I'm totally wrong here, I respect that. I've been playing this game for 3 years, and I'm always willing to say, hey, yeah, maybe I was wrong on this one. So try me in the comments. I'm gonna respond to every single comment on this video. Okay, so now let's talk about the Discord. So there is a link down here, and it's gonna expire in 3 days. I want to have all of you, a couple hundred people who watch every single one of these videos when they arrive in your feed, to jump in this server. I know that's totally impossible to get a couple hundred of you in there, but even a dozen or so. Folks who are willing to help me out and say, hey Jake, your latest episode, it was really successful in these areas, not so successful in these areas, so hey, you should do more of this. I'd love stuff like that. As well, there's going to be guest suggestions and topic suggestions and stuff like that. It's going to make this thing easier for me to produce, and it's going to make it a better product for you, the viewer. And since we're doing this Space Ghost thing now, like, the sky's the limit. We could really just bring on anybody at the drop of a hat, and with the permanent set too, I just need to pop in memory cards and we're good to go. So now that the engine is built, I'm passing the ball to you. Let me know what you want to see on this show. Jump in that Discord. It's going to be open for a few days, and then I'm going to close it off for Patreon supporters at all levels. So even $1 gets you in if you're watching this in the future. It'll be great because this thing will keep moving forward even when I'm busy with something in real life or something like that. As with all things though, we're going to see how this goes and evaluate over time. So maybe this will transform into something else in the future. Who knows? But hey, really wise people always ask for help when they need it. I've been really blessed with folks who have been willing to help me out for nothing. The folks at EDH Rec have been a huge help to me. The Spike Feeders, the professor coming out and being on this show when I was just nobody. I was just a guy with a sparkly blue backdrop. And my crew, the folks who believed in me, Keith, Brandon White, Brandon Victor, and Ashley have backed me up and have never asked for anything in return. If you want to join the ranks of those amazing people like Jonathan Medina, all of my guests that I've had so far, then this server is for you. It just feels good to have backup, to not be doing this for the most part by myself. I won't have to assume who the community wants to see, what the community wants to see. Not everyone has been as blessed as I've been. So when you see smaller creators out there who are making stuff that you really like, push it. Share it, retweet it. If you found it on Twitter, put it on Facebook or whatever you can do. Support smaller stuff on Reddit, because Reddit is a hard place for content creators. But anyway, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe on YouTube. But if you love what I'm doing, consider supporting me on Patreon. But you don't have to do any of that because you just spent your time with me, and that means a whole hell of a lot. So thank you so much for watching, and good night. MTG Tonight is part of the Creators Quarters community. For more great Magic content, click on the link in the top right.